They're in the gate. And they're off. Maria Rose on the far outside breaks well. Bonita Springs is there. Check 6 toward the inside with Fun Sucker. Sea Island Surprise is not far behind. Molly's Game, Ticket to Riches, and Caddy Chris on the far outside races up to within 4 or 5 lengths of the lead as they head up the chute and come for the main track. Fun Sucker on the outside of Check 6. They go head-in-head early on. A break of 2 from there back to Bonita Springs, who comes away racing in third. On the inside, Molly's Game advancing up from 4th. Sea Island Surprise is now 5th. Here's Morty advancing on through from between horses up to be 6th. Caddy Chris in the clear, holding on to that 6th spot now. Morty is back 7th, trying to keep up with that one. Ticket to Riches, 8th and down inside. 2 lengths back from there to Maria Rose. Another 5 to Maleficent Queen, and Sperling is at the back. Check 6 hits the far turn run, the quarter in 22 and 3, the half in 45 and 4. So they round the far turn. Check 6 trying to hold on here as they round that turn, but Bonita Springs is putting in a bid. And just in behind them, it's Sea Island Surprise and Caddy Chris with a 4-wide sweep. Molly's Game's in behind. Maria Rose is caught up to the leaders as they come off the turn. Bonita Springs takes charge, top of the lane. Check 6 has to fight back. Molly's Game tries to find a seam. Caddy Chris down the center of the track with clear sailing. They're inside the final furlong. Caddy Chris on the outside, short lead. Molly's Game inside, rallies. Now it's Molly's Game in front. Caddy Chris back into second, 100 yards to go, and Molly's Game is opening up to the wire. Molly's Game scampers home to win by 3. Caddy Chris was second. Bonita Springs was third. And Sea Island Surprise finished fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. Slow and awkward start for Supreme Irene. Proudly fought for that outside draw. Races out after the lead. Champagne Affair toward the rail comes on. Messange is there. Flame of Alberta on the far outside comes on to be third. So down the back stretch, proudly fought. Fastest of them all. Champagne Affair has to back off to be second. Flame of Alberta is running along in third. Bisbee between them fourth. Messange 3 lengths farther back running along in fifth. And then it's Coco Caballo on the outside, 6th. Calica Rose is 7th, followed by April Entry in 8th. Supreme Irene is now 9th. It's All Cash on the move from 10th. Anula second to last, and 3 lengths back to Real 8, the trailer. 21-4 was the opening quarter. Proudly fought, throws it down, racing for the top of the stretch. A 3-length lead on Bisbee second. Champagne Affairs under pressure back in third, and Messange is 4th off the turn. Proudly fought, turning for home on a 3-length advantage. Bisbee continues to fight on, but is still second. Champagne Affair, Messange, the rest with a lot to do. They're inside the final 8th. Proudly fought, clear by 5. Proudly Fought still clear by 4 as Champagne Affair runs up into second, but Proudly Fought just ran them off their feet. Ends up winning by about 2.5. Champagne Affair got up for second, as tight for third, Messenger Bisbee. Number 11, Proudly Fought, was first. Number 1, Champagne Affair, was second. Photo for third. They're in the gate. And they're off. Lantani from mid-pack. Warfilm is there. Thomas Shelby. Span to the far outside. And down toward the hedge is Ekru. They move by us for the first time. Lantani and Spand. Spand for that outside post. Tugging at the bit. Up to with Lantani. Those two under the line for the first time together. Big, beautiful wall tugs up into third, in some traffic there. Warfilm toward the inside racing. Fourth, Thomas Shelby comes away fifth. Cashanova backs out to be sixth, just ahead of Ekru, who settles in nicely toward the inside, seventh and 4 lengths off the lead. And then it's Briar Jumper running along in eighth, followed by Stock Trade in ninth. Sunlover down inside 10th. Determinant, the last of them all, but it's a tight pack. And the opening quarter, just 24 and 3/5 second. The pace is not fast at all. Lantani is the leader, and now here comes Big Beautiful Wall with a burst up the backstretch right on through to the front. Big Beautiful Wall takes over with 4 furlongs to go. Spand is moving with that one now second as Lantani backs out of there. Stock Trade has made some progress. Up to be third in the outside of Warfilm, who runs along in fourth. And Briar Jumper's launching a rally, fifth and now fourth while going wide. So round the far turn, Big Beautiful Wall and Spand. Head-to-head together, Spand on the outside, pounces on Big Beautiful Wall, but they're off the turn together. Big Beautiful Wall up against the hedge is digging in. Spand on the outside surges up. Warfilm third and trying to switch out and get on track. Then it's Stock Trade, Cashanova, and Briar Jumper down to the final 16th. Spand is roused to a narrow lead. Warfilm on the outside trying to get up into second. Big Beautiful Wall trying to hold that spot, but nobody's going to catch. Spand the winner. By 3 lengths in the end, Warfilm got the bob over Big Beautiful Wall. Cashanova late in the scene for fourth. Number 11, Spand first, photo for second. Number 7, War Film was second. Number 4, Big Beautiful Wall was third. And 6, Casanova finished fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. Mariposa de Oro for that outside post is racing for the lead. Rain Dance farther out than that is showing speed as well. Spanish Peaks down toward the rail is up close. Mormowet Please not far behind, and neither is Lily Chaser as they cross onto the main track where Spanish Peaks is out there to set the pace, opening up by a length. Mariposa de Oro is tracking from second. Rain Dance on the outside is now third. Mormowet Please back into fourth. The lead chaser hustled along while fifth. Factor Around on the move from sixth. Mississippi down inside racing seventh. Complete Surprise between horses running along in eighth. Mississippi had to steady briefly there. Farther back it's Lady O Prado. Going the wrong way has got to be the Salsa. And Strong Odor is last. And up top, it's Spanish Peaks rounding the far turn after a half mile and 45 and 1/5 seconds. 2-length advantage on Rain Dance. Factor Around sweeps up on the outside with a 3-wide bid out of third. Complete Surprise has made some progress up to be fourth on the far outside, but Spanish Peaks is cruising by the 3/16 and now shaken up on a 2.5-length lead. From farther back, Mississippi trying to get on track late in the game. Factor Around is there. Complete Surprise down inside Mariposa de Oro. Spanish Peaks is a leg-weary leader. Here's Mississippi. Mississippi, who steadied earlier, rallies from off the pace to win by 2.5. Spanish Peaks held second. Mariposa de Oro and Factor Around. And the Roth, bit of a bobble at the start for all fact. Bold Esther. It's the ground running. Opens up a length and a half in the first few strides. Bold Esther, the one to catch early on. Love My Honey comes on through now. Here comes Love My Honey quickly up to challenge and take over. So Love My Honey's now in front. Bold Esther tries to move with her, and they speed off together down the backstretch. Promise Fame in between horses up to be third. Lemon Drop Twist is there fourth. Twisted Emotions down inside runs along in fifth. She's a Queen in the clear racing in sixth. Isabel's Joy is seventh. Gianna's Gift is eighth. Karina's down inside ninth in tight to break a 2. All Fact racing in 10th by another 3. Boots and Battle second to last, and Timely Miss is at the back. 22 and 1 was the quarter. Love My Honey has assumed control around the far turn and opens up to lead by 2.5. Bold Esther's back in second, trying to catch back up. Lemon Drop Twist winds up on the outside, up to be third now. Twisted Emotions gives way fourth toward the rail. Isabel's Joy is there. Then it's Karina. They're at the 3/16, and Love My Honey's got a 5-length lead. Strictly the one to beat with 1 furlong to go. Karina's rallied into second and is closing in with a 16th left. Love My Honey's getting tired, and Karina's flying fast on the outside, and she goes right on by. Karina first on the wire. Love My Honey was second. Is tight for third. Bold Esther or Isabel's Joy. Waiting for Crystal Lake. They're at the gate. And they're off. Miss Mosaic toward the inside. Puka Penny is there. Sea of Blue showing speed as well. Crystal Lake for that outside post. Tries to race up and get a forward spot. And she does. Crystal Lake out to set the pace. Miss Mosaic moves with her. And now those two share the lead with 1 lap to go. Sea of Blue tucks in behind to be third. Enjoy It While We Can settles in toward the hedge, running along in fourth. Sister getting alongside that one fifth. Julia's Ready's in some traffic. Had to step on the brakes there. Appealing Audrey moves up to the outside, taking over 6 now. And that puts Julia's Ready back in 7th. Sister Hannon comes away 8th and is bottled up toward the inside, about 6 or 7 lengths off the lead. How Ironic running along in 9th. Loving Moment is 10th. Zerlin and Puka Penny at the back. 23 and 4 the opening quarter mile. Just outside of a half mile to go. Crystal Lake from that outside post to the hedge and onto the far turn in front. Tracked intently by Sea of Blue, who's a length and a half behind now for the far turn run. Miss Mosaic is covered up inside, running along in third. Enjoy It While We Can has moved to the 2-path and is asked to go now. Sister Kitten is under pressure, moves up a couple of spots while 3 wide. Farther back, Appealing Audrey's putting in a bid as well. How Ironic is finding stride on the far outside. Meanwhile, Julia's Ready and Sister Hannon are bottled up in behind horses. They're off the turn. Crystal Lake still in front, top of the stretch. Here comes Sister Kitten to the attack. Sea of Blue fights on in between. Miss Mosaic is down inside. Sister Hannon muscling her way out, and Sister Hannon is coming with good stride on the outside. Farther out, it's How Ironic and Julia's Ready. They're coming down to the wire. Sister Hannon in front, and Sister Hannon worked out the trip late in the game to beat Sister Kitten on the wire. Crystal Lake and How Ironic. King is there. Oak Room, far outside. Rogue Element, Per Capita not far behind either. Pit Boss comes on through to challenge as well. Copper King backs out of there. Backshot finds a spot in behind the firing line as they race up the chute and head for the main track where Rogue Elements got a narrow lead. Established on the inside is running in second. Pit Boss is third. Per Capita right up and on the pace. On the outside, racing in fourth. Backshot in behind while fifth. Continuation advancing inside from sixth. Copper King is back at a seventh. Old Sot is eighth. Oakrum advancing inside out of ninth. Malahini's in some traffic running along in 10th. Beacon Hill's right there too. And Hague Point is at the back. It's a pretty tight pack though. The opening quarter, solid enough. 22 and 4/5 seconds to a 46 flat half. They're on the far turn, established on the inside. 3 wide, 4 Per Capita, who's looking for the lead with 3 furlongs to go and grabs it right there midway round the far turn. Pit Boss trying to keep up with those two right in between, running along in third. Continuation has to go now. In behind fourth, Backshots under pressure fifth. Copper King switches outside sixth, top of the stretch. Per Capita Cruising off the turn outside of Established, who's fully extended. Per Capita's in front. Now the whip is out. And these two hook up with 1 furlong to go. Established digging down. Per Capita short lead. Established inside. Per Capita outside. Fully extended. Both of these two. 100 yards to go. Per Capita's got the upper hand close to home. Established keeps trying, but Per Capita got it done. Per Capita wins by half a length in the end. Established was second. It was ways back to either Copper King or Pit Boss. They're in the gate. And they're off. Dos Vinos toward the outside. Palace Avenger is there. Wicked Smart's up close. Club Car is 2. Charming Lady finds a spot 5th and down inside. Holla Walla advancing for the outside post up to be 6th. Kissmore's running along in 7th. Irv's Wench is 8th. Breakthrough back to 40 yards to the outside in 9th. Centerfold Angel then inside in 10th. And Malibu Dawn's at the back. They're chasing Palace Avenger down the back stretch. The opening quarter in 22 seconds flat, half mile from home. Wicked Smart on the chase running second. Charming Lady continues on, tucked away third and down inside. Dos Vinos broke on top, just off the pace with 3 furlongs to go, now up into third. Charming Lady's back into fourth. Club Car's there fifth. Kissmore trying to get going from sixth. From the back of the pack, 4 Grants is coming with a wide run. Holla Walla spun out wide as well. Off the turn, into the stretch. Palace Avenger is still in front with 3/16 to go. Dos Vinos to the attack. Charming Lady fully extended in behind. Club Cars trying to rally. Set of the track, it's 4 Grands heading for the final 16th. Palace Avengers trying to dig down on Dos Vinos. Dos Vinos gets the upper hand, though, and pulls away to the wire. Dos Vinos wins by 2. Palace Avenger, good effort to be second. Club Car was third, and Charming Lady checks in fourth. They're in the gate. And they're off. On the far outside, Angel of Mischief, Art of Almost down toward the hedge. So there is also there. Goodbye Earl tries to cross over from that outside post. Whispering Beauty backs out to settle in toward the hedge. Back into fourth bias for the first time. Goodbye Earl moves out to take over the lead and opens up to lead by 2. Schiller's running along in second. Art of Almost is reserved back in third. Whispering Beauty comes away fourth. Angel of Mischief alongside of that one, fifth by 2. Merciless settles in toward the inside sixth, right alongside of Mighty Scarlet, who's seventh by another 2. Room to Finish comes away in eighth by 3. And then it's Wex back in ninth, just out of Work Habit, who's 10th. Tweety Show 11th. Lessons from Avery, the last of them all. 23 3/5 seconds for that opening quarter. And at 99-1, Goodbye Earl heads up the backstretch on an uncontested lead. 2.5 lengths ahead of Chaleur, who's running along in second. Art of Almost is not far behind, racing third with a half mile to go. Whispering Beauty's working out a cozy trip, fourth and down inside. Angel of Mischief is fifth with 4 lengths to make up from there. And then it's Mercilla who's asked to pick it up. Down inside, Room to Finish is saving ground. Mighty Scarlet is 3 wide on the far turn run. The rest have to get going. Work Cabin is bottled up in behind horses. Wex is sticking to the inside run as they come for the top of the stretch. Chaleurs come away with the lead, but Art of Almost on the outside to the attack. Here comes Art of Almost coming after Chaleur, and these two hook up with 3/16 to go. Meanwhile, Lessons from Avery's closing down the crown of the course. Whispering Beauty is there. Room to Finish at the hedge. Down to the final 16th, Chaleur and Art of Almost in a real battle. Lessons from Avery trying to pick them up late at a big price. And she does. Lessons from Avery runs down Chaleur and Art of Almost. Farther back are the Room to Finish or Whispering Beauty. Number 6, Lessons from Avery at 73-1 was first. It's a photo for second. There in the gate. And they're off. Mojovation broke last. Mojovation 5 lengths behind the others as they cross onto the main track. Land Battle from mid-pack broke well. Pete's play call. Fires up on through. Royal Blue Boy is there on the outside, and farther out, it's Hardbell. Those 4 across the track. Archie, my boy, couldn't keep up. It is dropping back as Almouth Mar moves up to be 5th now. Then it's Holly Blame who comes away in 6th. Westwood Proud is running along in 7th. Archie, my boy, is 8th. Mojovation, after that slow beginning, has moved up a couple of spots to within 8 lengths of the lead. Charge the Line is at the back, 22-2 for the opening quarter mile. They are rounding the far turn. Land Battle, Pete's play call, and a 3-wide Royal Blue Boy. Almouth Mars set to strike in behind, racing 4th. Mojovation started to make up for lost time now. Moves up on the far outside. Holly Blame is with that one. Charge the Line very wide off the turn. Top of the stretch for Pete's play call. Almouth Mars popped outside and putting in a bid now. Here's Almouth Mar to the front. Pete's play call back into second. Holly Blame trying to come on late. Mojovation continues to grind away now third. 16th pole. Almouth Mars in front. Pete's play call is battling on. Mojovation third. Down to the wire. Almouth Mar got it done. Almouth Mar, a gutsy winner over Pete's play call. Mojovation, Tough Luck third. Holly Blame was 4th, and Archie, my boy, was 5th. Number 3. Almithmar first, 5 Pete's play call second, 2 Motivation third, 9 Holly Blame fourth, and 6 Archie My Boy finished 5th. Not official. Almithmar is a 5 and a Tampet from Gotta Have Her by Royal Academy, owned by Agave Racing Stable and ERJ Racing, trained by Phil D'Amato with winning jockey Florent Giroux. Almithmar was bred at Kentucky by Green Lantern Stables. The time is 1:16.31 seconds. It's official. There'll be a high five carryover of more than $5,700 into racing tomorrow. And congratulations to whoever hit the single sixth. The payoff, nearly $250,000. Have a good night. Back in action with the first post on Memorial Day of 1 p.m. That's it for live racing this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Good night.